Yo, what's good? This your boy, Thelegendkc. I got a couple things that I'm gonna talk about right quick, man. It's another KC on the couch moment. You know, you gotta excuse me, man. I just got done slamming on some Doritos, and I don't really do that too often. I've been slowing down on my Dorito intake, and I don't even eat Reese cups no more. I'm trying to change my life and do a little better, but I wanted to touch on a couple subjects, so let's get this going. First off, let me talk about some of those people that just don't listen. You know, I don't even know how to start this part of it. So basically, man, I ran into a guy that I know, man, and you know, he disabled and everything, and when you go through the disability, you end up getting a little lump sum and stuff like that. You know how that go. And I was telling him this whole time, I said, man, don't buy. Matter of fact, I don't own any of the music in this video, by the way. I told my man, I said, don't go buy no brand new truck, no brand new car, nothing like that, man. Cause or watch what you purchase, cause you don't want to waste a lot of your money doing that, and then turn around and you spending money consistently to keep it up. So, you know, I bought a Suburban 01, you know what I'm saying? And money wasn't the issue. I just bought a 01 Suburban for certain reasons. And he goes out and buy him, you know what I'm saying, a 2000, well, at the time, this was a few years back, but he bought him a 2012 Cadillac Escalade. Ain't nothing wrong with the Cadillac Escalade, don't get me wrong. But, you know, he spent an exorbitant amount of money, man. I'm talking about up in the thousands. You dig what I'm saying? $10,000, $11,000, $15,000 for this truck. You know, I bought mine, and I ain't spend a tenth of that. Get what I'm saying? Because I know what I'm doing. And let's just say in the 3-year time span I've had my truck, and in the 3-year time span he had his truck, he has put in probably $5,000-$6,000 worth of work. And I don't mean upgrades. I don't mean new wheels and all. I mean, he did wheels and all. You know, you're gonna do that. But just getting repairs done, because it's always something breaking on it. Now, he knocked my truck left and right. You know, oh, it's got a little bit of rust here. It's got, yeah, so whatever, man. You know, they came from PA. You know what I'm saying? So the runnability factor of it was ridiculous. I mean, it's still pretty. My Big Red, he still do his thing. You know what I'm saying? And I took it off road and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna never take his off road. It's a lack. Who would? But the point is, you spent all this money on this, and you constantly dumping money into it. I didn't have mine for the same amount of time. You knocked mine. You tried to make fun of me and mine, but yet still, I didn't probably put in, since I've had her, $500 worth of work. Not just because I'm a mechanic, you know, a trade mechanic or anything like that. I'm talking about, I don't do it. I don't do nothing no more. I send it to a shop. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, look at what you did. You done spent all this money, and you still spending all this extra money. Now I seen him today. This is what brought this. This is what sparked this. I seen him today, and he was like, man, I done spent so much money on this truck, man. I should have listened to you. I should have listened to you. Nah, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. I ain't been doing this for a long time. I don't know nothing. Every car I done found for somebody and picked up for somebody and got for somebody has been financially made sense, and outran and outlasted most of the stuff that you've been picking up for 3, 4, or 5 times as much. Just a little word of advice, man. Sometimes you gotta listen. Don't think everybody trying to get at you or be shysty or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, my other subject that I want to put into play is this crap about Donald Trump. Yes, Donald. I'm not calling you Mr. President at this moment. You're Donald Trump. Listen, dog. America was built on freedom. America was built on the right to be able to protest, the right for freedom, the freedom of speech, so forth and so on. If you got NFL players that's not even saying nothing, they're just protesting quietly in a way in solidarity where they where the people and the masses understand why they're doing it, and they're doing it without creating an issue, you're the issue, because you now look at what you're doing. You're putting it out there so much that you make the problem. Donald, you're making the problem. You are exacerbating. Is that the word I'm looking for? Exacerbation? Masturbation? I don't know. You're exacerbating the problem. That's what you're doing. You're not making sense on anything that you're trying to create. You are looking forward. You are, excuse me, not even looking forward. You are trying to make sense of a situation that you don't have to touch on. We got stuff going on with Kim Jong-un, however you say his name, all these other problems in the world, but you have focused your attention and had the capability and the audacity to have a press conference about the NFL players taking a knee and they're talking about getting fired. What about the times you didn't even put your hand up for the flag? What about the times when the flag was going in the Pledge of Allegiance and you didn't have your hand on your chest? Should you be impeached? I mean, I see that's the pot calling the kettle black. Don't throw stones when you get them thrown back at you. Dig what I'm saying? I mean, I have plenty of innuendos for that, but the fact of the matter is, you out of line, and this has nothing to, this right here that's going on, why don't you attack the core subject? Why don't you attack the core problem? The core problem is we have police killing black people left and right. And now that it's being more in the media and more upfront and more where we see it now, you can't deny it. It's not deniable. It's undeniable. Why don't you attack that situation? Stop trying to say, oh, we all people, we all this, we all that. I don't see all the white people dying by the cops' hands and getting beat up for no reason. And there's really in half the time no reason. Seriously. What? They got a menacing walk? A menacing look? I remember people say dress for the job you want, not the job you got. Or if you dress like a thug or a hoodlum, this is how they're going to look at you. But see, there's a lot of these people that wasn't dressed like no hoodlum, wasn't dressed like no thug. They just had on a shirt and a pair of pants, sitting in their car. Told you, officer, I have a gun in the car. You telling him, get your license, get your license and insurance, but yet still you got a gun on him. You mean to tell me these officers are that much of punk asses right about now? Not only, I'm trying not to cuss, but they are so scary now that the first thing they want to do is pull a gun out and have a gun on them. And as soon as the person explains to you what's going on, then all of a sudden you want to unload 5-6 shots? Seriously? This is what we do now? This is what we do. We can't. What happened to the times where people used to just, where the cops would just, shoot in the leg or the arm, one shot. I mean, one shot will take the person down if you smart. Shoot them in the butt. It's going to take them down because why? They just got shot. You ain't got to kill them. And then in front of their girl and their child, you yank a guy out the car, you roughing him up, and you don't expect him to respond or retaliate in a way of defense because you are disrespectfully, and I know that there may be some people, some guys or women that to try to police. I understand that, but when you're down already and you're on the ground and you still got the audacity to be kicking and punching and hitting with the billy club, and the guy is already down and he's not even fighting. You see what I'm saying? He's probably holding the one cop's leg or arm or hand in the sense of quit hitting me. But then the other cop is going crazy. Like, dude, if y'all stop hitting him, maybe he'll cooperate a little bit more. It's instinctive for a person, man and or woman, to fight back when someone is sitting there is restraining them, and there's no need to be restraining them. It's instinctive because you're a cop, and that means if you were being held down and put down in the same way, shape, or form before you became a cop, you would be doing the exact same thing. Being instinctively trying to get free, like, hold on, you are doing too much. Now, what you're going to eventually do, officers, is you're going to run across that guy or that woman that is going to be able to get away from you And they gonna throw blows with you. Because now you doing too much. Now you gonna have to pull out the taser or pull out the gun and shoot him in the leg. Oh no, I'm sorry, I forgot. Y'all don't shoot in the leg. Y'all shoot to kill right off the bat. Yo, man, this KC on the couch, man. Holla back at your man, The Legend KC. Legend never dies. Get at me.